Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am super excited. As you guys have known or may know, um I can't even get the words out. But we officially are Tesla owners. And to be honest with you, it still feels unreal. It will probably feel unreal all the way up until we get the car, even after we get the car. I am super excited. So this first video will be like a prelude to the series. And I want to be honest with you guys to if I can be completely honest, right? This is a safe space. So initially, when I shared that we purchased a Tesla, I got a lot of feedback, both good, both bad, some in between, some negative, some gray, right? And I sat on that information or those comments for about 2 days, and I was completely in like my feelings. And I talked to Paul and I was like, babe, what do you think I should do? Do you think I said something too soon? Should I have not said anything at all? I was just really excited because if you guys know me, if you guys have been following me for a while, I have really had this vehicle in my dream box vision board per se for the past 3 years. Since 2018 I test drove the X and the Y, and so I literally didn't know much about like EV in general, but through my love for Tesla, we have stock in Tesla, things like that. I was like, bro, I'm gonna get that car one day. Ideally, I didn't think it was going to be for another like 2, 3, maybe even 5 years. We just moved to Las Vegas like 2 months ago, so I wasn't really in the market to purchase a car. So I'll give you a little bit of backstory. So I have a 2011 Nissan Rogue, and I have been very honest about that car. I hated everything about it, but it got me from 2 to 4, like front and back, and where I needed to be. And I struggled when I first got the car because I wasn't working that much. My job had got eliminated. I was working off commission, things like that. And so my car almost got repoed. And to be honest, I'm super excited that it didn't. But I really struggled with that car at that time in my current life, or while I was dealing with it. So anyway, we drove the car twice. The car actually, so we were living in New Jersey. The car was sitting for about a year. I didn't drive it for about a year and it was cold. So I think that's kind of when the car took a turn. But once I got the car back, we moved from New Jersey to California. The car was physically shipped to me. So really didn't drive it across the country, but definitely put miles on my car. Right now it's about 160,000 miles. And again, I haven't really had any major maintenance with it. Additional tires, yes. I replaced the windshield, battery, things like that, but nothing like crazy. So I'm super grateful. But long story short, we moved to Las Vegas from California. We made 2 trips. So one trip there and back, and another trip there and back. And Paul drove my car on the way back, and my car was literally struggling, you guys. When I say struggling, it was like going no more than 20 miles per hour getting back because of the hills. And I knew then that particularly my car was on its last leg. I was just really hoping that it was going to hold through for me, like I said, for at least another few years, so that I didn't have a car payment. But I paid the car about a year off early, so for the last 2 years I haven't had a car note. So or maybe like a year and a half, but anyway, I was happy. So anyway, so we moved in May, and the first week of June my air conditioner went out. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Las Vegas is hot. You might hear Charlie in the background, but just disregard him. It's hot. And that day the air conditioner went out, I remember distinctly because I was going to Costco. It was about 115 outside, and I was just like, oh my God, maybe my air conditioner went out because it was too hot outside. But after driving in the car for at least an hour, like running, crazy errands, it just blew. So anyway, Paul took it to the mechanic, and he basically said the transmission, this, that, the other, it was like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. He kept adding dollars to it, So I think the estimate that we got was approximately anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000. And I was like, hell no, like, no. we'll share a car. I'll get a bike. Like, I won't go outside. Like, I don't care, but I'm not paying $5,000 for that car. It's not worth it. And then if I put $5,000 in this car, what will happen, right? So anyway, long story short, I had a conversation with Paul. He had a conversation with our mentor, and basically he said, okay, we're gonna buy the car. And that's pretty much how it happened. But with that being said, I do want to share with you guys a few things that you need to know if you're going to buy a Tesla, and then a couple of things that I think is going to be easy for you to consider it. So first things first, it is an electric vehicle. There are no gears, there are no engine as it would in the vehicle that you put gas in. So that's the basic difference. You literally, everything's computerized, everything is electronic. Your phone can unlock your car. It can release the trunk, close the trunk, lock the doors, things like that. So I'm super excited to share that journey with you guys. So that's the first step. It is a completely different experience. Like I said, have physically test drove at least 2 of the vehicles that they have on the market. I know they have 4. So they had the Model S, the Model X, the Model 3, the Model Y. I think, yeah. So anyway, I've literally test drove 2 of them. I'm getting ready to test drive the 3. I got confirmation that I'll be able to test drive it on Monday before my actual vehicle becomes available for delivery. So that's perfect. But anyway, the second thing that you need to consider is if your state offers any type of rebate or any type of promotion. So obviously it would have been ideal to purchase the vehicle in California because they have the most incentive-based plans for electric vehicles. However, again, I wasn't in the market in California. California is relatively expensive. So even if I would have gotten a vehicle there, I would have probably been spending more with the registration and things like that. So that's number 1. And then number 2, you have to consider where you're physically going to charge your vehicle. We don't have a home at this time. We live in an apartment. So one of the main things that you can do is search in your particular state or area where there's going to be a charging station, or where there is a charging station, whether it be a Tesla supercharger, which are conveniently located at malls, libraries, Target, Walmart, things like that, or like sporting events, hotels, things like that, if they're free or if they're cost. And then also, if you live in an apartment complex, school, college, things like that, they're now building locations. So luckily for us, we have a few options. Number 1, our free option is going to be here in the apartment complex. They have 4 different charging stations on 3 different levels of parking. So I could literally charge my car for free. So that is like a cha-ching for me, because I literally, when we moved, I think I filled up like 3 times and I spent at least $150 on gas. So I was spending about $35, $40 maybe to fill it up, maybe $60 because I had an SUV. So I'm literally saving that amount of money off the rip. Okay. So that was like a life changer for me. Plus there's a supercharger station, which again, I will film this for you once we get to that time later on. So making sure that you know what your state offers as far as compensation, where you're going to physically charge your car. They do offer trade-ins. So for my current car, with all of its issues, Tesla gave me an offer for it, which I accepted. And they will either pick up the vehicle, I would deliver the vehicle, and then they'll give me my new vehicle. So that was absolutely perfect. What I will say about the experience about buying a Tesla so far is that it's been pretty seamless. You physically just go in the Tesla website, build out your vehicle. You pay $100 to reserve it. That's non-refundable. And then you go through the process of physically purchasing the vehicle, even though it's not going to be delivered for some time. So for me, or for us, me and Paul, we already knew what we wanted. We've already test drove similar Tesla, so it's almost the same. I knew that I wanted a black car. I knew that I wanted the additional rims and things like that. So we made all of our selections, and then from there you're able to apply directly through Tesla, or you can find your own financing, or you can find you can buy it in cash. What I will say is that the financing through Tesla gave us the best rate. So if you are looking for your own financing, just understand that there's documents that are required to be uploaded to Tesla before they can even order your car. And so you can't go through the ordering process or get an order estimate until you have done that. Once you have done that, you'll either get an approval from Tesla, like, hey, your paperwork is all good to go. And then you go through your deposit. So traditionally, a deposit that's required is about $5,000 down. I think that's the minimum. And you can, of course, decide what you want to do, and then you move forward. From that, you have to upload, like the vehicle that I'm trading in, I had to upload the title, insurance documentation, things like that. And then they scheduled my vehicle to be delivered. So right now we are estimating the vehicle to be here from mid-July to early August, which is perfect because they actually told me mid-August to early September. Now they moved it up. So I am like all in on that, like fingers, prayers, and everything. Even though I don't really need a vehicle right now, me and Paul are sharing and it's great. But the fact that I literally am just waiting for the phone call to say, hey, come get your car is like really, really exciting. So yeah, so that's pretty much the best part. So next, after you know that you're getting a Tesla, it's getting approved, you got a delivery date. Now you have to know and you have to research how to physically drive your car. YouTube is your best friend. There are a lot of instructional videos on everything from accessories to the must-have accessories to things that you need to know about your car. Again, I've test driven the vehicle. I've gone to Tesla numerous times between 2008 and now. So I pretty much know, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. So I was able to really just take notes about the vehicle, about things that I wanted to ask. And I'm super excited, like I said, to share this journey with you guys. One of my friends actually messaged me and she said, Jay, I'm super proud of you. And I want to celebrate you. You're the first Black person that I know that has purchased a Tesla. And that really sat with me because I feel like, for one, we are all thriving in our journeys, but being able to share this experience with people that I inspire, that people are enjoying the content that I'm putting out, and as it relates to the vehicle, as it relates to my business, love and happiness, or as it relates to me, a woman of color in certain industries, I appreciate your love and support, and just understand that I hear you and I love you. So this is for you guys. This is really for me to share my blessings through you guys. I'm going to show you every freaking thing about the Tesla that you guys need to know, everything from the inside to the outside to the questions that we ask about the vehicle, the maintenance that we might have. There's really not much other than the battery, maybe the wheels. If I was in a rainier climate, it would definitely be like the windshield wipers and things like that. I'm definitely going to go through the updates. I will be getting a referral code. So right now the promotion is, if I purchase a Tesla, I'm going to get a referral code. And then if I share that with you and you purchase a Tesla also, we both get 1,000 supercharging miles. So what that means is when you go to a Tesla supercharger, which obviously you can tell they're white with a logo and they're really beautiful and pretty and they're popping up everywhere. If you go there, you'll be able to charge your car for the first 1,000 miles for free. Once you purchase the vehicle, you can then share your referral code. I know prior to this, you were getting either $100 for every person that you referred, or you were getting 2 years worth of supercharging miles. So the incentives change periodically, but again, you know, it's one of those things where you can help people, you can share your content with people, you can share your experience with people. And so obviously the scenarios or the series that I'm planning out will go from the date that the vehicle is going to be delivered, what we observe, what we have questions about, what we need from Tesla. The second would be, how does the vehicle drive, the inside, the outside? The next would be the accessories that I purchase for the vehicle that are like must have. And then 4 would be physically charging the vehicle. And then we'll give an update in about a month or two once we've been able to charge the car for a little bit of time, calculate how much money we've saved, calculate how far we're able to travel. And then of course, we got to do it for the aesthetic, right? So we're going to be taking photos, we're going to be taking videos. And I hope that by the end of this process or this series, that you guys will understand the real sense of urgency with climate change and making sure that you are reducing as much as your carbon footprint as you can, recycling your water bottles, and making sure that you're leaving the planet in a better place. Because honestly, you guys, I don't know about you, but global warming is real. It was 125 degrees here in Las Vegas like 2 weeks ago, and I literally did not understand it. And so if we really think about our impact, and if I make a daily change, you make a daily change, and people around us make a daily change, we can not only stop, we can try to reverse some of the effects that some of our predecessors, people that came before us, like literally omitted and just, oh, I don't believe in science and things like that. So I hope that this was helpful. It is a rather long video, but I promise you guys, it's going to be worth it. I am working for you. I am working for me. I'm working for my ancestors. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I love you so very, very much. I'll talk to you soon.